everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admiral's Edition. We're here on September 23, 1943. What did I see? Did we take another base without fighting? Okay, we got a Dutch sub hitting a light cargo ship here. It's on fire, heavy damage. Maybe we sink it. I'm not sure what it was carrying. That's a nice cargo ship. I mean, it looks like a pretty big one. Ooh, oil cargo. Nice. Both was hit by two torpedoes and two torpedoes fired at it. Both detonated and sank that ship. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt that the okay. It doesn't hurt that it had oil burning, but anyway. Okay, unfortunately, I haven't done anything with Chinese fighters. Okay. Well, fortunately, we decided to attack on the surface, which means firing multiple torpedoes as well as deck guns. I don't know how many torpedoes. Maybe 6. Anyway, that ship sinks also. All right. That would have been nice because it's probably got oil also, or fuel. All right, I think, oops, sorry about that, everyone. We're bouncing around the map. Okay, yeah. He flies in a sweep, 24 Tojos. He might take the day here. That's fine. It's getting to the point where we're losing this war of attrition, I think. Or not. But I need to bring way more fighters in. All right, we're gonna attack here. No, we're not. We're gonna bomb and bombard and try to slow him down because he's trying to move out of here. Wow, he's bringing everything. This is what I was hoping to do. So I caught him off guard with some P-38s covering Port Blair. Give him a taste of his own medicine when he shredded our bombers over northern Thailand. I just don't know how many we'll shoot down before we run out of P-38s, but let's carry on here. All right, we shoot down about half. And we've actually blown one up from flak as well. But no after bombing, we didn't chase them after the bombing run. What's going on here? And why are these Bettys carrying bombs? I don't know what. Oh, yeah. This is just a big mistake on my part, but I'm glad he's not carrying torpedoes. There we go. We just lost, I guess some of them do have torpedoes. Oh man, that could have been way worse. Okay, that was wholly not expected. Well, I've got fighters that can protect that. And I've got anti-aircraft coming for that spot. Although they're going to take a long time to get there, several weeks probably. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay, that's... What is going on? Oh. I know exactly what is going on there. Okay, these guys... I thought I set them to bomb here. Okay. There we go. Crazy day. Yeah, this is our bombardment. So he's still here for one more day, but he might sneak out before we can hit him next time. Okay. I would have maybe attacked, but I felt like I needed to rest one more day, but you know, that may have been a mistake. All right, I'll show you the air losses and ship losses, and then we'll press on. Okay, so we have a lot of air losses here today. We lost 22, probably mostly Chinese. These four might be some carrier planes, which I'm very disappointed flew. That's a long story. I guess I can share. Briefly, I had set my air units to do naval and air attack, base attacks on commander's discretion, and then I sent them to two totally different things. I didn't do that on purpose. I had done the air orders, and then I sent my carriers to Pearl Harbor, and the combination of those two orders caused that raid on truck, and I'm not real happy about it. It's not that devastating, but it's just just pointless. A waste of air power, air units, and pilots. But he did lose a lot of aircraft here. Tojo's and Sally's. The Sally's over Port Blair. A lot of Sally's here. The flat could be maybe some Chinese cities as well. And then Tojo's, that's 20 Tojos that, due to maybe not all 20. Some of these ops could be sweeps or not sweeps, long range cap or something. We lost, let's see. See, just what a waste. 6 TBFs. Um, we lost three, six, 6 fighters to 20, roughly, there over China. I'm gonna have to cycle some other fighters in because these are gonna get depleted very quickly. And then we lost PV1. Anyway, I'm gonna have to switch some of this stuff up. But anyway, moving on. This is gonna be bad. 5. It could be worse. I just hope he lost a bunch of pilots to slow him down. Last turn we did lose a 5-point APD, but he lost two. He lost an AKL that's not on the list here, but he did lose a couple of these cargo ships carrying fuel and oil. I don't know. Maybe they had a mix of different things in there. Same one, but so anyway, we'll take it. Okay, that's basically it. I did want to show we got some troops on the ground here because I want to get some get this base going. And I did already look into what I could bring to the table, and I've got these P-47s flying cap over Watampone, and then I've got some P-38s sitting back here at Ambon flying long range cap as well. And we have no airfield capacity yet, so I cannot get fighters in the area. And it didn't occur to me that he would probably be still threatening, but with Betty's, because I figured he shut them down, so they wouldn't get shredded at Kandari. But we are closer to him, so maybe he shut them down for a certain range, and this is within that range. Also, I think he saw us when we got closer, and he may have like specified. But he sees all of this, and he's probably going to come try to sink more. We'll just do the best we can to cover it, and we do have engineers here. We're going to unload some more, hopefully quickly, so that we can get this airbase up. Because once we get it to level 1, we can cap it directly and be in a better position. So we'll do the best we can with the situation we're in, and we'll go from there. But anyway, I'm going to jump off now. We'll move on to the 24th. And shoot, I guess that's about it. We'll see how it goes. See you soon. All right, we're back on September 24, 1943. See what we got going today. Should potentially have some activity, unload possibly there on what is it, Celebes? Because I'm still unloading some things there. And he bombed us yesterday to decent effect, but now I have cap, so we'll see how it goes. And that's a shame. That would have been a nice cargo ship to sink. Well, it is what it is. Moving on. I just watched a video about the Shinano being torpedoed with 4. Well, they fired 6 torpedoes and 4 of them hit. And even that wouldn't have sank the ship except for it was, various situations just ripe enough to sink it. So is that 2 torpedoes hit? Yep. So 1 tanker down. I don't think that's the cargo ship that I was hoping to sink last time, but we didn't sink that one. Not, at least not yet. It's possible, technically, I guess, that he could get it safely to harbor. Right here, I'm trying to unload there at Celebes. There's a base that I took by proxy, and I wanted to just go ahead and stack all my engineers there as an even better base, and also get things moving to I forget if it's Medang. I can't remember all the names, but I did bring more fighters there to Changsha, rotated a couple of badly damaged ones out. I don't think he's going to be here today. He's going to slip away from us, and we'll just have to keep driving down the road. I'm working on an idea. I'll if I remember, I'll talk about it. Walking around the map. What is going on? I thought I went and told my bombers hit the main body. Oh well. I do have these the American bombers are gonna hit that, but it's frustrating. Okay, so we're hitting, I think everything that's in this hex is getting hit, has been hit. So it'll trigger him to drop into out of move mode. But still, you move fast enough on those major roads, he's probably going to slip out. Although, I think my understanding is disruption and fatigue can slow you down also. And hopefully that's what we're doing to him. These Vengeance ones, I'm not sure if they do like disruption and fatigue damage, but they don't do a lot of physical damage. So he's not bombing our ships there, although it still could happen in the afternoon. So I should be careful what I say. he should knock us out this time. Let's see. Let's check it out. Nope. It is 1-1 though. We've held him up for a long time. Yeah, he was still here, so we should be able to punch through and damage his troops. I'm not sure. I should have put my tanks on. I almost put my tanks anyway on shock attack, but I also didn't want to drive them in the teeth of anti-aircraft, anti-aircraft, anti-tank guns. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so by doing this extra damage to him, that causes him to lose. By making him to retreat, that causes a lot of losses. And he retreated west, which is in the hills. So that's going to be problematic for him because we're just going to bypass that. Although it'll be problematic for us because he's going to be in our rear. However, I've already thought about what I'm going to do here. And I'll try to talk about that as well. But that's a lot of that's going to be a lot of supplies to repair all this stuff and reinforce. However, because we didn't destroy the last unit, we can't start moving down the road, and surely he's going to slip out with his remaining division. I think it's funny because I think his regular Japanese division is what retreated, and the Royal Thai Army stayed. All right, let's take a look at this operational report briefly. Yeah, feel free to pause and take a look at what you're interested in. I'm looking for, yeah, I guess nothing caught my attention until we get here. Got some repairs completed. Roomchi, size 4. We'll probably turn that off to save supplies. Size 2 at Sarong Port. That's good. Pegu. Okay. American Infantry Division. um, okay. Night Fighter Squadron, 418th. Let's take a look. Okay. Uh, let's come up here. All right. So it comes with 4 out of 12, but we will not get reinforcements here. I'm not sure that. I wonder if it renames at some point because I'm pretty sure that. Okay, look, we get the P61 in 1944. So what I'll probably do, P70. I could revert to the P70 if I need to. Pardon me. So because this is 4 aircraft and we will not get more, what I could do is divide it and then swap out the P70A1s for P70s, and then I can have 12, 8 will be the P70s and then 4 will be the P70A1. But for now I'm just going to set it to this, and I'll probably get replacements too. We'll just let him sit here and train for at least for some time. All right. I'll figure out the logistics. I've got 3 night fighters going here. And he hasn't been night bombing, so we're fine. Now, the greatest threat, I'm jumping real quick. The greatest threat that I felt this today was here, but he did not bomb us. And what I would love to do now, shoot, I'm gonna turn this off. We got a lot of engineers. See that? I'm gonna push for airfield capacity expansion, like as ASAP. Get this to one, and then get fighters here like right away. But our ships, because I wasn't anticipating the diversion here and unloading on a very bad port, I didn't use my APA and AKAs, so this is not going to be efficient at all. But we're going to try to get as much off as we can. We got some supplies trying to unload very slowly, and also ground troops. Um, okay, that's fine. Huh. Okay, I should divert everything up to here, Salajar, the uh, the AVP and the PBYs, because this is closer to the front. And for that matter, I guess I could just shift them up here. Um, if I move them up here, I might make it go almost 270 degrees, but maybe like 280 and then up. So that might be good. I'll look at that as well, because certainly I should be able to see a little bit further. Maybe all the way to Batavia. I'm not sure. Probably not, because anyway, we'll look at that. But I just wanted to point out that this was a major concern of mine. But it looks like we're gonna be okay. I like to have replacements on with these units on the front lines. We do have an aircraft here. I don't know if he's going to actually bomb the base. If he bombs the base, they'll kick in. Otherwise, if he bombs the ships, I'm not sure that my anti-aircraft will fire. We don't have a lot of supplies here, nor support, so that's a problem. I will probably fly. See, what are they? Quantum point? Yeah, I'm already flying supplies right here. So I'm unloading and bringing them in by airlifting. All right, now we can jump over here. So we lost 8 aircraft. He lost 12. A little closer to even here. He did lose a lot of Tojos, but we lost a lot of Chinese fighters, which are not. We don't get a lot of those. Dina's to Flak, and then an Emily here. Surely we've lost a bunch of things. P-66 Chinese and Chinese. So we lost 3, 4, 5. 5 aircraft. And so the it's not very even, the losses. So I had an idea, and we lost a P-47 D2. Um, was it this? Was it these guys? Yeah, maybe. I had an idea, but let's look here. Oh, all right. So we weren't quite finished. We lost a couple pilots. One wounded may come back. Ship sunk. Last turn. This tanker. Wow, that's a high point tanker, 18, carrying a lot of oil because this one was carrying oil, and I don't know from where, but hey, that was good. And you can see more recent sinkings here. If anything new pops up, I guess you'll see it there. But the Tetsuta was sank by a mine, I believe, that we laid at Port Blair. Okay. All right. So you can see, and my recon at Saipan has kind of faded as Antinian is fading. Guam, he's got like equivalent of 2 divisions in each of these bases, and of course you can see mines, ships, aircraft. These are well fortified, probably high fortification levels. Each one would take a whole corps and then some to push to take out. Plus, again, a lot of aircraft. So what would happen is because all three of these bases are heavily um, reinforced with aircraft, wherever we invade any one of these three, and if we invade a different one, then he's going to have all three coming at us and bombing our ships and whatever's trying to unload. And if we have carriers, they're going to be kept extremely busy. Plus, he'll have Kidobutai to use. Um, So I'm still pushing for my strategy to come north here, land at Dajangas, and take Mindanao, and then push up the islands, and kind of basically bypass this. Each of these is worth a lot of points, but what'll happen is if we bypass them, these troops are just sitting here unusable and unuseful, and we can always swing by later. Um, but yeah, I'm surprised he didn't bomb here. I don't know why I keep coming back to that, but that was one thing I was very nervous about. Um, okay. All right. So, trying to think because this is one thing. This is one. Okay, so one thing I was going for here is to build this base up so that we could use it to, extend out up here a little bit, bring in some more aircraft, heavies, but also marine aircraft to watch for shipping. But because we snagged this for free, we can basically do the same thing here, and it's even better because we have a higher reach. So look here, Balikpapan is range 8, but for Kandari it's 10. We do have long. If we do extended range, we could get aircraft flying like dive bombers. I'm talking about. But from here, we can even have torpedo bombers, and also Surabaya is only 11 instead of I think 15. Yeah. So we can basically neutralize this whole. We can neutralize Surabaya with heavy bombers and Balikpapan with medium or even small, like dive bombers, like I was saying. Tarakan is a problem because he can move oil and fuel from there as well, but heavies. See, this is the thing. I've got to build the one of these bases. This one is buildable too, up to level 9, and so I want to build all these bases in southern Celebes, and I do want to take Manado. Makassar is the one I was talking about. I'm bringing in a whole division to unload here, and I should be able to just march straight to Makassar, take it, take this whole southern area, and then work on getting air superiority in this area. Again, neutralizing Surabaya, Balikpapan, and even Tarakan, and also heavy bombers just destroying Manado because he might be operating out of there. Um, we could recon it, and I guess I will. um, yeah. Oh, it's too far. Oh, yeah, because drop tanks are unavailable. We are trying to get more supplies here. Um, I do have recons in some other places. Say that here. Um, all right, we're gonna do this. I like to let 50% rest. I read somewhere, I think it was the manual, that only, I think, up to, I think it said 2 to 3 aircraft fly recon missions anyway. So that's why I break apart my whole squadron into the elements. And then I usually still let 50% rest. So we get 2 aircraft flying over there, scouting, and we are losing aircraft as well. So this one will probably go to, we'll stand down and do something else. Um, yeah, I need to get my heavies uh, closer because they're with the extended range payload, they're not really doing any damage to his port. And Manokwari is upgrading very slowly. Probably when I get to port capacity 3, I'll flip to airfield only and try to get that to level 5, because if I can, then the heavies will fit with normal range and don't need to do extended range missions anymore. Um, anyway, so you can kind of see what we're doing here, I think. But moving along, this is what I'm talking about. These Royal Thai Army troops are still here. I believe. Okay, so he's not necessarily stuck here. You can see this road. He can drive the road. He probably will not work up these mountains. But what I'm gonna do is uh, the these Chindits, when they get here, I'm gonna go off-roading. I'm gonna send the Chindits. They're gonna arrive here in a day or two, and then I'm gonna start moving them west and try to get into these mountains, chasing them around. And meanwhile, the rest of these troops will move down this road, try to get here. That'll cut everything off, and then basically we can either just bottleneck him here and send some, maybe split our force 50-50, because if he hasn't gotten out of here yet, we'll kick. If he's in this hex, we'll kick him out, and then and then we'll divert some, I think, this way, because we can capture that base handily enough. Just it didn't work with our paratroopers because we gave them too much time to build this up. Port Blair looks like it's still a battle zone. I don't know if these ships are here to pick guys up or to drop guys off, but he has eliminated our mines, and the Argonaut is going to try to slip in and keep our guys supplied. But what I'm curious is if he's going to keep fighting, maybe he reinforces this and fights harder, or maybe he just starts pulling guys off. I don't know that yet. um, we are trying to get more supplies here. It's still in bad shape supplies wise, but you can see here we expanded the port to level 1. And so the supply max is up from 1,000. I think this is like a flow through. We're just we're just not moving supplies from Rangoon to Pegu, at least not at the rate I wish. So I'm trying to. That's what I got these ships doing is trying to override what they're not doing on the ground. And let's see, if you look at the numbers here, let's say it's 1600 times 4. It does come to be enough to still have the 3928. So it could be we're not getting any supplies from Rangoon even now. Now I don't know if it's because of these guys affecting it, these two hexes, keeping supply from moving, but you would think it would move down this railroad no matter what, and especially if I'm feeding Tungu, I mean it's possible we take the road up here and then railroad down for supplies, but anyway, nothing's getting here, and that's kind of frustrating. But hence the ships. Now we can't dock because we need more dock capacity. In order to do that, we got to get it to level 2, and so we're just going to keep plugging away with the port capacity. I'm not going to worry about airfield capacity at this time. We're just going to build up the port, and then we can get some, and then we'll do the airfield, and hopefully the supplies will stick. You can see here I'm stockpiling, and because I don't want it to just flow out into these other bases, I need it to stay here. All right, I think that's pretty much okay. So I talked about this here. I talked about this. Um, Also Port Blair. Oh, so here I'm starting to think he has not. I have complete air supremacy in this area, and he hasn't really threatened me with any offensive action. He has definitely caught me off guard with caps, but I'm starting to think with all these fighters, and I may bring the fighters that are here at Bassine into Rangoon. I could take these P40N ones and move them into China. Or I could just move these N5s to China. The N1s, though, they're shorter range, and they're only going to fly cap. I'm not really going to sweep. So if I could get these guys to into China, we could start feeding them in because it's way easier to get American aircraft replaced than Chinese. And the thing is, I will have to train these guys because their defense is so terrible. Um, yeah. See, we lost 2 aircraft to ops and we only have 1 kill. So maybe this is level 9 now, right? No. But it is close. 73%. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift these guys to all train, sweep, this is what I do for to build up the defense values. And that opens us up some slots for us to bring some other fighters, which I'm happy to bring in to bolster. So I'll bring these, maybe like at least start with these P40Ks and get them flying cap. Transfer to Rangoon. All right, we'll just do this to start with and see where that takes us. And basically, this guy will fly locally here, and just make sure there's no nefarious activity. And for now, and eventually we'll have more coming in. These P40 N1s, not using. Okay, good. They can fly 23 hexes without. Okay, that's 26, so just out of reach. Now, one thing I'm trying to build up here is aviation support. And you can see here I've got 0, but I'm going to get some base forces here. And this has, they're moving as we speak. Aviation support 30. So basically I could fly directly to Tuyun um, on a leg to Changsha. And likewise, if I need to replenish air units, yeah, I'll probably. Anyway, I think we're fine. But yeah, I brought some aircraft here. I've got a P-66. I think these guys are very. Oh yeah, they had 0 air training, because their main focus was sweeps when they were training. So we've got a few P40s that to throw into the mix. I've got to cycle some other guys back to repair or get more aircraft. But I think in a few turns I can get some American P40s here, and we'll be able to hold Changsha for a good bit. The hope is to make him just stop hitting us here. If he wants to persist, he could win the attrition battle, because China is a supply sponge. Though I pour supplies into it and it just sucks it up, and it's still dry. Um, and so, is it possible I could bring these P40s and just get shredded? I mean, get shredded enough that as we're replacing these P40s, I mean, we're running out of supplies just replacing our P40s. I mean, it is possible. We're not getting these supplies pushed forward. Well, we are, but we have 2,000 just still sitting back here. Um, Need to keep it going. Anyway, I think that was the main things I wanted to talk about. He did attack us here, I mean, with success in the sense that we are taking serious damage and are unable to hold much longer. This may fold. Um, I'll let that one rebuild. This one is fine. At least this one is fine. I think we'll just do replacements on everybody except for the one that's about destroyed now. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm going to wrap it there, and we'll be back on the 25th. Hopefully, if there's something I forgot, that I remember and talk about it next time. But take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.